This is BBC One for Kent and Sussex. Now, Inside Out with Caddy Lee Preston.
In the programme tonight, the illegal explorers who'll go anywhere they're not supposed to be.
We're going in to explore. Nothing's going to stop us.
The man from Margate with a rock-solid promise.
Do what I say and I'll guarantee you'll get yourself a fossil.
And the patients that can't kick what the doctor ordered.
It's ruined my life because I've never drunk or smoked, and now I'm absolutely addicted to drugs.
Hello, I'm Caddy Lee Preston, bringing you surprising stories closer to home. So if you live in Kent or Sussex, this is the show for you. Hello and welcome to Inside Out, and tonight I'm in Thanet. I'll be back later to find out exactly how Kent rocks. But first, there's plenty of things to see and do in our part of the country. There's thousands of years of history to be explored, places to visit, organised tours to enjoy. But as Vince Rogers now tells us, that's not enough for some people, the ones who call themselves the urban explorers.
This bunch of explorers are going where they're not supposed to go. They know they're not supposed to go there, but they're going anyway.
They say they're urban explorers. Normal explorers climb tall mountains or discover ancient civilizations. But not these people. They poke around disused buildings and tunnels. Anything man-made. Anywhere they're not supposed to be.
We're going in to explore. Nothing's going to stop us.
We're not going to reveal exactly where we are, but I can say we're in an old Kent coastal defence site.
And you may need a hand up just as you get to the top. Now, you got it. If it was easy, it would not be fun.
Nice, well, we're in, so let's explore, see what we can find.
Trevor Hadrell is a computer systems consultant, but in his spare time he's a regular visitor to this site because it's a source of endless fascination.
Not a lot of people have actually been to these places, even less people know what they are. And it's part of the interest. Every time I come to here, I've been coming here for nearly 9 years now, and I always find something different.
John Vaughan is a factory worker from Canterbury. He's been visiting military and underground sites for nearly 25 years.
Why are you so interested?
It's probably the thrill of going places where people don't generally get to see.
So we'll come up to a main, really long corridor at the back here, going all the way up.
The explorers say they do no damage. They look around, take photos, and that's it. In fact, the one thing they really hate is vandalism.
Oh no! Look at that. That wasn't there last time. This is typical of it, just smash it up. This is slate. It's thicker than, about twice as thick as a snooker bed. They just smash it up. It's sickening, to be honest. It's never going to be repaired. It's irreplaceable, effectively. No, I wonder.
Over in East Sussex, somewhere near Lewes, another bunch of urban explorers are dodging security. Their target is a disused mental hospital. This group are worried that their jobs will be at risk and so won't reveal who they are. One of them enjoys urban exploring as a break from his day job working in financial services.
A lot of kids and so on have been in here and used it as a bit of a den and completely smashed the poor thing to bits.
Their best discovery is the enormous main hall.
I mean, this hall's just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Because there's wood panelling on the walls. Look at the arches and where the chandeliers used to hang. Do you know when this was built?
1901.
1901?
So, yeah. There would have been about 2,000 patients here at some point as well. You can see actually in the middle of the floor where probably kids have been in here to have a go at burning this one down. Luckily they didn't succeed.
Someone like built a bonfire right here?
Yeah, well, obviously I don't know for sure, but that's what it looks like. But luckily it didn't succeed in doing what they were trying to do.
However, the urban explorers are putting themselves at some considerable risk.
Is it not dangerous though? These places, the roof could collapse on our heads any moment.
Yeah, no, definitely. These are very, very dangerous buildings. We take a lot of time, a lot of effort to make sure that when we do go to these places, we're prepared. We take first aid kits, we take water, and it's a risk that we take on ourselves. Obviously, they're not the sort of buildings to come to for fun.
Another of the explorers works as an admin assistant in the accounts department of a clothing company.
Are you doing this just for the buzz of being in a place where you're not supposed to be?
No, that is part of it, but I really do. I'm an architecture person and I really like the architecture of these places. You don't see places like this built anymore.
Of course, we're not identifying where this site is, but we contacted the owners who told us that the buildings are dangerous. They strongly urge people to stay away for their own safety. Somewhere in the Medway towns, there's some tunnels to be explored.
I just find it's really exciting. It gives me a bit of a buzz.
Aaron Hobson is a supermarket worker who loves to explore these tunnels. There used to be a seaplane factory during the war, and they go an enormous distance into the chalk.
How deep are we in these tunnels now?
This is roughly 1.5 miles down.
We've come 1.5 miles?
Yeah, there's a lot more to go. It's 4 miles long.
This place is absolutely huge. The air's kind of cold and a bit clammy and dank. And the thing is, it's a bit scary as well because it feels like we're miles underground and nobody knows we're here.
All over the southeast, urban explorers are poking their noses into places where they shouldn't be.
So, how do we stand legally here? Well, let's find out.
Mike Scott is a lawyer working for Cripps Harris Hall in Tunbridge Wells. He's an expert in property litigation.
Are we breaking the law?
Yes, you definitely are. I mean, if you're going onto land without the landowner's consent, then you are trespassing. You are committing a civil wrong.
But you're trespassing now, aren't you?
Yes.
That's illegal.
If a person came up to me who owned the land and said, "You've got to leave," I would have to say to them, "Right, take me to the nearest exit."
I am trespassing, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm causing no damage, I'm causing no inconvenience. If someone comes along now and says they're the landowner, get off my land, I'll quite happily apologise and leave.
We're not here doing anything wrong. Like I say, we're just here to take photos, enjoy the buildings. If somebody asks us to leave, we'll leave straight away.
Back in the coastal defence site, Trevor shows me a cunning way to kill Frenchmen.
Now this is really interesting. This is a drawbridge actually meant to swing up. Had it been but the French or whoever, the invading army, would take the top. And this would be swung back up and actually lock out the area.
So the idea is that the dirty, filthy French would come charging down these steps, they'd swing up this drawbridge and they'd just fall down into this pit here.
That's right, swing it up.
When they first see the drawbridge down, they think, great, we can get in here. The drawbridge would go up and revealing this great big pit.
And he wouldn't see it until he got down to it either. Yeah. They would swing it, it would come up and lock against the wall.
And these are the counterweights down there?
And these are the counterweights in the pit.
We contacted the guardians of this property. They told us that unauthorised access to the site is very dangerous and can have a detrimental effect on the condition of the monument.
And just look at the brickwork there.
Trespassing is not a criminal offence. It's a civil offence. In other words, it's between you and the landowner, and it doesn't involve the police.
We see signs all over the place, don't we? Trespassers will be prosecuted. Will they?
Strictly speaking, no, because prosecution is a criminal sanction. What they will be what will happen is they will be sued. Trespassers are sued in the civil courts, and that's what will happen if they're caught.
So what should the signs actually say?
It should say trespassers will be sued, not prosecuted.
Over in the East Sussex Asylum, we've found possibly one of the most important facilities.
Oh, what is this?
This used to be the hairdressing salon.
These are old hairdryers, aren't they?
Yes. And then
Old
you've got the
60s
sinks.
style thing. Look at that. So everything was here, wasn't it? All mod cons.
Yes.
Everything we need.
Everything.
And underneath the Medway towns, we're in the part of the tunnels that was used as an air raid shelter.
Well, this is air shaft number 3.
Yeah, as you can see.
One of the many lavatories that's down all the way down these.
God, you wouldn't get much privacy in here, would you?
Not at all.
Mind you, there was a war on, I suppose. So what's all this white stuff?
I just think it's mould that's been going for the past couple of years.
That looks absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I don't go through that part no more.
Not surprised.
We wanted to ask the people responsible for these tunnels about urban explorers trespassing on their property. But the problem is, no one seems to know who owns them. So we contacted several organisations who we thought might object to the new phenomenon of urban exploration. And the results were surprising.
The Health and Safety Executive said this is not something we get involved with, we only do places of work. Kent Police, it's not a criminal offence. The Environment Agency, not something we would get involved in. The Society for the Protection of Ancient Buildings, you have to commend these people. Kent Fire Brigade only concerns us if they were starting fires. And a source at English Heritage said he actually uses Urban Explorer websites for more information about locations he's having difficulty getting permission to enter himself. So what's the worst that can happen to us?
Well, a court could take out an order. The landowner goes to court and tries to get an order requiring you not to do it again, and if you've caused harm while you're on the property, into any of the property, caused damage in any way, then he can ask the court to compensate him for the damage caused.
Nevertheless, nothing's going to stop the urban explorers finding out what's behind the keep out signs.
No one's going to stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Even the fact that you're like trespassing?
No, it doesn't bother me.
I'd never physically break into somewhere, but if I happen to be walking along and I see a hole in the ground or an open window, as far as I'm concerned, it's fair game. I'll pop my head in, have a look round, take a few photographs, come out again.
Vince Rogers reporting there. Coming up, the girl prescribed heroin for stomach pains. Now, as we all know, there are few guarantees